Hello everybody, this is Scott, and if you've probably noticed, if you have Bitdefender on your computer, you're seeing a malicious site warning on it whenever you try to access my site. Well, I've tried to resolve the issue with Bitdefender via their forums, and it got me nowhere. I didn't even get a response, and I believe I got like a bunch of views from the community members who were also experiencing the same issue. Now, let me tell you this, my site is not malicious by any means. I've even had some companies correct the mistake. I've had to contact Viper, and where is the what do I call it? WebSense. I had to contact both the companies. I got it fixed like that. I mean, very honest. Bitdefender, on the other hand, I'm not seeing to get any assistance from. They're not even looking. The forums didn't help at all. And if you go on the forums right now, you'll just see a ton of people experiencing the same issue. They're mismarking sites, and then you're gonna be saying, well, that's crap. Of course you're gonna say your site's gonna be safe. You want people to go there. You know what? I was kind of hoping someone would think that way, because I can actually prove how my site functions. Number one, I have a system in place. You cannot access my site or the server from any mobile phone. You cannot log into my WordPress account without putting into any you can't put in any digits. This is also my screen name. If you see me in the comments, you'll know it's me. Please enter any digits. I just go type in the number and you log in. So any mobile address cannot log into my website. Great. You have to punch in that code. That stops people from spamming. Then you're going to be saying, okay, that just prevents them from getting into your account. So clearly, if you wanted to, if you're in a spam or be malicious, of course, no one's going to know. Alright. Some people like to be witty and are smart. I have something called WordPress Security. It's a plugin that works in a very simple fashion. That was basically the firewall that you saw when I logged in. Here's my menu. Over here we have a scanner menu. This tells me whenever my host files were changed. I have never had a time where I did not authorize the change. All of them were from my own changing of the site. And I have everything that's necessary, and I turned off anything that would cause issues. Let me explain. The basic firewall. The firewall will work in a simple manner. It will try and edit the host files, and the WordPress database, and it just make it more secure. However, doing so can cause conflictions, and it requires backups. I'm not going to risk the chance. And then you're going to be saying, well, why not? Just have a backup. I do have backups. I make one backup every day. I keep a maximum of 4 backups at a time. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to see over here. We have our htaccess file. The htaccess file is how your site is going to be seen and how it'll react. This is my htaccess file. My WordPress config PHP file, and my WordPress meta info, all right there. I should do that. Why not? I didn't see it. WordPress Center, I'm made blah 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 blah. I am not using 3.51. That's another thing. I always have the most updated WordPress. Always. Yes. Reason is that you don't want that to meta tag, and I'm surprised I didn't have it running. I've never noticed it before, is because it allows hackers to see what vulnerabilities you are. So if it can tell that you're using 3.6, I don't know why you would be, then it's going to say, oh, it's using 3.6, we have an exploit for it. So it's technically safer to do that. Then I'm going to go into my user accounts and how it is I monitor and control people, and how my site works on this. The change admin username. I can change it whenever I want. That's my username for my screen name. My display name is my username. Identical login and display name. And then there's a password. Of course. This is basically a testing tool. It would take a desktop PC approximately 1 second to crack your password. There is no password. I'm surprised it took a second. I would literally just click enter. But I won't type in 1. Less than 1 second. How is that even remotely possible? Alright. It would take it 8 years and 1 month. There you go. That's how you can monitor passwords. Then there's the user login. This is how I can control when people are trying to log in from IPs and where they're coming from. If anyone tries to get into my account from an IP, if it's even from my own IP and they fail, you have 3 attempts. If not, you have 5-minute wait. If you fail again, you have to wait an hour. So technically speaking, a bot will never get into my account. It's basically a form of brute force login, which is where a computer tries to run through many passwords to get the right one through your site, and it won't work because I block the IP. Will no longer work. And anytime they do, and they try to do a brute force login, I get it emailed right here to my personal email and the one for my site. Good luck with that. My login captcha, as you saw, was numbers. You had to do numbers. I thought that was kind of cool. I like it. It's even more useful for the users too. And I have whitelisted my IP. No, wait. Yes. So my IP will never be an issue. Failed login records. I'm able to see who's trying to log in from their IP. No one's tried to do that to me. Force logout. If I believe someone's doing something that they shouldn't be, I'm about to use a WordPress user to log out. After 72 minutes, you have 12 hours. After that, you're done. You get kicked off and you have to sign back in. I may reduce that in the future, but not right now. This is mine. And account activity logs is me signing in and from IP. So I can pretty much monitor whenever someone comes in. Then there's a user registration. Disable all newly registered accounts so that you could prove them manually. If you try to apply for an account on my site, I have to approve it. Fairly simple. Database security works in a very simple way. It constantly keeps a backup and changes the table prefix. A table prefix is essentially what's going to come before my table. And it does not hurt my account, but it technically makes it safer. And it shouldn't cause any issues, because WordPress could still identify the full extension, and the prefix allows people who are searching from certain database items to where they can't find it because the prefix is in front of it. So WordPress knows that it's looking for, let's just say, images, and then it's got that weird random code in front of it. Then it's just going to say, oh, well, I don't know where that is. And WordPress is going to be like, oh, I got you, man. I know where it is. There we go. My file permission scan. All of these I scan and disable the ability to edit. Blah, blah. I can turn off the ability to edit PHP files while in my WordPress dashboard. I'm not going to do that as of now, but I would later, because I need to make sure I'm 100% certain this is what I'm going to want to be, how I want everything to work. Then we have our whois lookup. That basically says if I have an IP that's coming in doing rapid attacks and I have no clue who they're from, I can just do a whois lookup and it's going to say, oh, it's from blah 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 blah. Contact the hosting company and say, hey, you got this dude who spammed me. They'll be like, I gotcha. Very simple. Ban users. I have the ability to ban any users from their IP. I already do this. I have another tool strictly for my comments that as long as I'm in administrator mode and I'm not on another account, what happens is I'll see what you're doing. I will see what you're doing. I will see, okay, spam, and none of the comments get approved until I've approved 2 of your comments. And I don't need this, but I could also, and it blocks them via the htaccess file, so basically you're not going to get in. I'm already using a blacklisting service for the comments, though. I have probably blocked around 30 bots trying to spam me, and it was great. The firewall protection, the firewall stuff is annoying, because it can severely break your site. I don't need it, though, because I'm not in any main issues, especially with the vulnerabilities. Captcha on the comment forms is enabled. Block spam bots from posting in the comments. Here's how this would work. To you and me, the comments form will say name, website, email address, and then give me your message. Alright? Well, to a bot, and is trying to access it via like HTML or PHP, it's gonna say pizza. It's just gonna scramble it. It's gonna give it some random word. It's gonna try and put in the form. However, that may not be where it be. Maybe the email address isn't there. Maybe the email address is in the comments section, and it's gonna throw off the bot, and the bot's gonna try and get in. So what happens is I can tell when people do this because the message that's sent to me is blank. That does not work on regular people. Another clear and obvious site is when they're an anonymous comment, of which case then you're blocked. And then there's a scanner. The scanner will automatically scan my files, all files, once a day. Very nice. That's fine. I know what happened, and that's it. And then there's one more thing that I do, and I do something called, and it's an antivirus plugin. It literally functions as an antivirus. It scans my root files for WordPress, and I can scan the theme template. It'll go through, scan the extensions, the plugins, all of these, and it's going to see what Google Safe Browsing has. And if any of these rings up as an error, which I've never had happen, it'll be sent to my email address. And it's done daily. I could probably change it to hourly, but I don't really see the point of that. And that right there is how I really keep my site safe. So if you do get the warning, it's false. And from the scan report alone, 1, 2, 3, 49 out of 50 say it's clean versus Bitdefender. I've tried. I'm gonna try and contacting them via phone or email and see if I can get the issue worked out, because it's not me. It's clearly them. If 49 other vendors are saying that my site was clean, and I just did this scan literally like 24, 46, 12 minutes ago, right before the video started, then it's their fault. They've done something wrong. So there was like an update. If you have run into the issue, let me know, and I'm going to try and contact the company and see if I can get the issue worked out. So thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you later. Goodbye.